in the right era.
All right, I'm sorry, a little sidetracked. I just have to let you know.
I love feeling like I found some air lights in this thing bar. The intro time, therapscene.com. I am Frank 5D. That's enough about me because, you know, we need to introduce and interview these three young gentlemen right here of the hip hop persuasion. It's Three Smart Way. Shout out to y'all, MC Rhinoceros Funk, producer Silent Someone, DJ JS1. People we got collectively Silent Funk plus one. What up, champions?
What up?
It's truly an honor to have you guys. Can't thank you enough for jumping on. People, please introduce yourselves in your own words and tell them what we about.
Yeah, Silent.
I'm Silent Someone, the producer.
Right. Come on, don't be silent.
That's it. From the Bronx, baby.
That's how your hair is growing, B. What's going on with that? You got a little mullet happening there, B. It's kind of cute, man.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I'm going for.
I'm JS1, aka Germs, Silent Funk. I'm the plus one.
He's the plus one.
Yeah, man. My name's Rhinoceros Funk, and I constantly live above fucking helicopters, man, because I'm on 161. It's bananas, B. I dream with helicopters. I live with helicopters. I just gotta catch a murder, so there's a reason for these helicopters to be around me. But yeah, man. That's who we are, man. Silent Funk plus one. It was about a year ago that we dropped the last joint.
Yeah.
So thanks for having us on, man. We're about to get intimate.
Let's try. Yeah, I mean, you talk about a year ago. It feels like just yesterday when I gave y'all each the idea to start the group.
Yeah, right.
Right. It was amazing, yo. Can you guys break that down? Like, how instrumental was I into you guys forming up?
Don't be silent. Go silent.
I don't know the answers to these things.
Yeah, man. It was when we met in Boy Scouts, man. Troop 718.
One time at egg camp.
we was there rocking our little shirts and shit, and we were doing our weave making basket merit badges. And you
That's
were like,
when I got this bag, right?
Badges. Nobody brings merit badges. You guys should just make a super group and start rhyming. But this was 1978, so it made no sense back then. And then we made it like 2000 and change. So thanks.
Thank you. I love when people give me my credit. That's what I'm talking about.
We finally made it happen after 100 years.
Yeah.
Germs.
Yes.
Shout out to the DJs. With your nerdy hip hop ass. You are, of course, being present as the plus one. And I know a time when you were the DJ and they were the rappers, and he was the producer. How you let these dudes take all the credit from you, man?
Actually, this is the easiest that I've ever had to deal with any kind of group of different artists, because everybody's got their role. Silence kind of the glue. He doesn't really say much, but he does all the things necessary to make everything happen. And I get to just add my creative, what I feel needs to be added from a DJ standpoint and just my take. So this is fantastic for me. And in fact, just being totally honest, like, I don't really want to do too much stuff. Like, I did a lot of stuff, and I'm enjoying life, like, as what I like to say, as a normal person, not always in like creative hip hop mode, because today you have to do stuff nonstop for algorithms. So I'm kind of enjoying stepping back. I haven't really touched social media for a while, so this is something that I like to do. That's why I'm doing it, and they make it easy. And I told them if it wasn't easy, I wouldn't do it. But these guys are fantastic. I love where they're coming from, and so it's easy. It's just making something that we love, like with friends. It's really awesome.
Yeah, he's like the person who adds the sprinkles on the butt cheeks at the chip joint. You know what I mean? He's not even the butt cheeks.
I never looked at it like that, but okay.
Yeah, he puts the sprinkles on the butt cheeks.
I sprinkle the
and
butt
then you go out and he's like, "Yeah, I did my job. Now the butt cheeks look better."
Now your new name, Sprinkles, dude.
Right, Sprinkles. That's what the S is for. JS, J Sprinkles.
Yeah, J Sprinkles.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
I feel like I know these inside jokes, yo.
I'm learning them now.
The official the only official Rocksteady member that can't dance.
Yes, that's true. That is true. You're not gonna see my moves. I mean, yeah, definitely not. That's not gonna happen. I did try when I was younger. I did try, but that's kind of what pushed me towards graff at first. Was me trying to. I was trying to dance, and it just wasn't working for me. So the graff thing it pushed me towards graff and DJing. So I guess it's a good thing that I can't dance. There's enough people that can dance. I do. It's TR. There's TRK. There's FTR. Are like the two Queens crews that I kind of do a lot of my stuff with. But been doing graff. Been doing graff since I was a kid. Just always liked to draw, and then once I realized that we could do it on a wall, I was like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. And then it's addicting. It's very addicting. It's very addicting.
And I love it, because you never see the artist, you just see the art, and it's a beautiful thing. I love it. Silent, your samples, shout out. You're a silent someone. I love the name. It's almost like you speak through other people with your samples.
Right.
Beautiful fucking thing. How often, can I ask, do lyrics that your art that the MCs lay down impact what samples you use? Is that ever a thing? Like, do you ever hear some bars and then like, oh, I need to go pick this sample to go with that?
No, bars from like who? From Rhino?
From anyone. From Rhino, yes. That's
right. Sometimes once like I usually like if I find like some ill soundbite, like even if it's from like a hip hop record, sometimes I will build around that, that vocal little soundbite or whatever, but majority of the time, I'm just going with the feeling and just digging through my records. That's all I do. Dig. I'm a digger.
I'm a digger.
A digger.
Does that deserve a pause? Does anybody pause on I'm a digger?
We went from sprinkles to digging.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's live here. Rhino, the head honcho. Rhinoceros Funk.
Yo.
The boom bap Bob Costas.
Yes.
I don't have any questions for you. Nah, I'm kidding. You make music for your own sanity, is what I've heard you say. What would you be doing if you didn't have a mic?
I'd probably be flashing my ass cheeks, trying to make $1 that way. Nah. I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I mean, it's just, man. I constantly have books. I constantly have books around me. I'm always reading. It's like books and dirty underwear all over the place. So I can't. I don't see how I would keep my sanity if it wasn't for reading and then relaying what I perceive society to be in rhyme form. And then, very lucky that I constantly get texts that say, check your email. And I check my email and it's Sal sending me something and I'm like, oh shit, this is exactly what I was thinking about. And it moves that way. So, very lucky to find my sanity that way, because it's not in buying material items. It's not in, seeking superficial things. It's in attempting to build a level of skill that only I think, I can, match those new peaks and those new goals. And it comes through constant learning, to be honest. I'm sorry that wasn't funny, but it's true.
No, I feel it, and continuing to be true to what you love. Shout out to fucking that, to all three of you, most fucking definitely. I'd like to extend that. Shout out to that, and shout out to all the former listeners of Food Stamp Radio.
Wow, that's Albany shit. Holy Christ, that's some 1998 Albany shit. Yeah, man.
Come on, man. You're the guy. You found a path in that, and I'm a radio guy myself. You know, to talk about how how your space has kind of transformed in the space of radio kind of dying, I guess, should we say?
Yeah, I mean, I actually, it's a wild thing, man. Because I remember a couple of months back, I asked JS, I was like, JS, man, what do you think about doing something, to bring do something? And then in these past couple of months, I've seen the oversaturation of what I mean now we call podcasts and shit. And I'm like, I don't want to do this shit no more. I'm like, fuck this shit. I mean, I'm from the era where you had to have a tape and be at the right frequency to catch the right show, and be trained to be on the radio. Not just be like, yeah, man, I can do this because I can do this. Nah, man, you have some sort of training, enunciate. And when I started doing radio in '88, to me, it was just something that, growing up listening to radio in New York City in the late '80s, early '90s, to me, it was like, wow, I'm able to do this, even though this antenna that we're on in Albany doesn't even go past like a mile and a half. But to me, it was like fucking fantastic. And build a scene around that little mile and a half, right? Before the internet. And then it was just something that I'm very fortunate to have had in my experiences. And then being able to move it on with Fred and Guerrilla Grooves was a wonderful thing. But I mean, it built my confidence. Obviously, it built my DJing skills. So it was instrumental to who I am today.
Straight up and down. Yeah. Love the work. Silent JS. How do y'all feel about radio?
Well, I know for me, I mean, yeah, well, we don't make stuff for radio, but for me, radio. When I think of so I haven't listened to radio in a long time, but the radio that I grew up listening to was one of the most important things for me, and it also shows how I'm somebody that I like the idea of gatekeepers. I know like people talk bad about it. Usually it's people that probably shouldn't be like getting any light anyway, and they act like there's some imaginary force stopping them. But that's not the case. Like, so the radio back in the day, you had some of the most knowledgeable people getting all of the best records and then curating that and giving it to us. So like Red Alert, with like somebody like Red Alert was doing and Molly on the radio, and then even later on like the college radio stuff. But what those people were doing was fantastic, and it's gatekeeping, but it's a good thing, and it kept it to the good stuff, and it kept out a lot of crap, which today is everybody's just flooding. Everybody's like your feed, your ears, your eyes, everything is just, you're flooded with crap. And so what I loved about radio was that I could put on Red Alert on the weekend. I know when it's on, or I could put on whatever, Stretch and Bob, or even, later on Eclipse or Guerrilla Grooves or whatever station it may be. But I could put that on, and I knew that that's somebody that's supposed to be doing that. And they're specially curating really good stuff to give out to people for us to listen to. And so it influenced me tremendously. A lot of my favorite music is still stuff that that I first heard on the radio from somebody curating those songs for me to listen to. I didn't know that I needed to listen to Ain't You Fresco. I might not have heard of Fresco and Miz, and Red Alert would mix that into a Jamalski record. I can still remember the mix, and that's how I learned the Jamalski record. So I loved radio when it was the radio that, like I said, was only a handful of the right people doing it. But it was huge to me. I loved radio back then.
What was funny about radio, man, because you mentioned Jamalski. If it wasn't for me doing radio, I never would have met Jamalski, bro. Like, there was so many people I got to meet and I got to interview because of radio. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it never would have happened without it. And again, I mean, it wasn't that long ago, but it was still not as saturated as it is today. But general radio, like terrestrial radio, is clownish. I mean, I walked into the smoke shop the other day.
It's tough.
And I'm like, yo, give me cigarettes now. And all you hear in the background is fucking Funkmaster Flex threatening somebody. And I'm like, this motherfucker like 60-something years old. He's still threatening people. I'm laughing my ass off. And the guy's like, well, you laughing? I'm like, you don't hear this 60-year-old man threatening people?
Hey, well, that's what we get when we talk about championing these gatekeepers, right? I'm a serious dude myself. You know, it's all Shade 4-5 and Rock the Bells and
Right.
60s on 6 and 50s on 5. Yacht Rock. I'm a fucking.
Oh, Yacht Rock.
Yeah. But yeah, Silent. What say you?
With radio, I don't know. I don't really have that. I mean, it's just I don't listen to radio, so nothing. No like series, whatever. None of that.
You watching silent movies?
Yes. Yeah. I listen to I'm an album guy, so I listen to albums on Spotify. I rarely put the radio on. Maybe if I'm in my car, I'll put on Q1043, the rock station. But you know what I'm saying. But it's gone. You know what I mean? Like we all come from an era that had I was in my mother's kitchen. I'm 14 years old in my mother's kitchen at 1 o'clock in the morning making.
Right.
There's none of these, and that's what made us what we are.
Well,
and I feel bad for the generations now that don't have these things.
You know what? Not to cut you off. It's just nothing is special. It's not special.
Right.
So for me, like I was saying, growing up, those few hours with different DJs that different radio shows, that was real special.
Yeah.
Everybody that I knew that listened, that was into the culture, they were definitely tuned in to certain shows at certain nights, for sure. And you waited for that, and you knew that's the only place you were going to get that. Yeah. But now it's like, you can't, there's so many distractions. The world changed so much, just in not even just music, in everything. Just there's 18 billion things to stream, music, movies, this, that, like the phone, it's just wild. So it takes away to me, not many things are special anymore.
So back to radio, I mean, of that time, why it was instrumental, it was because that's how I actually learned how to DJ. I didn't have turntables yet. And what I would do was I would make my own tapes. And I would try to do these these pause blends that to me sounded fantastic, but I would never share them because obviously I'm walking around on my own little Walkman. I'm like, yeah, you're good. No, you're good. You know what I'm saying? But I would take them and even try to do these little fade outs, but you would still hear the blend coming in. They allowed you to create on your own, right? Because you didn't know when you were gonna hear that again, right? And especially that there's still songs, right? There's still songs that I hear, and then I naturally hear a blend that,
right? For sure.
A blend that fucking that Red Alert had done. I'm like, oh, and I affiliate that song to that other song coming in. I'm like, oh man, nah, Chief Rock is supposed to come in after that. You know what I'm saying? That's how my mind still thinks. I'm like, oh, look at that old tape, and I'll bring that old tape, and then I would read the old tape. The old tapes would say my mother's name on it, and I'm like, oh, I got fucked up because she used to beat the shit out of me because I would take her tapes and double them over.
Of course. Can anybody give me a radio drop, a Frank 5D drop? Make it as douchebaggy as you can.
Rhino, go.
Yeah, right. I think that's you, bro. I think that's you.
Man. Listen, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now in tune to the rap scene with Rhinoceros Funk, JS1, Silent Someone. None of us have washed our drawers in days. We're still tuned in right here on the rap scene, baby boy.
Love it, man. Just like all three of you love music to the core. Of course, we've been talking about it for a minute, but can I get really some personal descriptions of your relationships with hip hop? I mean, again, Germs, I know you're a writer. Let's start with you. You started writing very, very earlier than it went to.
Yeah. So I started writing, not serious, but experimenting on walls and trying to get better. I don't know, in the 5th or 6th grade, something like that. And then That was 87. Give it's 80, 87, I think. And then just trying to progress and get better. I have like a addictive personality, so once I get into something, it's just I go 100 at it. So I just kept going with that, and at the same time collecting records.
Did you start writing germs? Did you...
No, I didn't start out. I didn't start out with germs. But fairly early on, no, I did switch to germs. But early on, it was just like the same 3-letter tags that probably 4 million people wrote. I write Raz, I write Taz. I'm trying to figure out letters and come up with what letters I like, what letters were good, and then I was influenced by other people, and so I got into. I like wild styles. I wanted to twist the letters and do something funky, and so I wanted a longer tag, not a 2-letter or 3-letter tag, and then just trying to come up with something that nobody else had. And then when I came up with germs, I just put the J instead of the G because I figured if someone else is going to write germs, they're going to use the G. And then also Ghost was very popular, and he at the time he was living by me, and his G was like a known G, and I was like, I'm going to end up biting his G if I spell it with the G. So I just switched it to a J and then just kept going.
Spell it with the J and not with the G.
I spell it with a J. And it's just I never thought that I would be able to do any of the things that I've got to do in my life because of hip hop culture. I just really love it. I still love it. Sometimes I'm not in love with what comes with it. There's a lot of, it's just different today. So I'm not in love with the way maybe it works, but the actual culture itself and what it is, I always just love it. I do it for fun. The fact that I was able to do stuff that maybe some people didn't get a chance to do, or some be in the right place, right time, is just amazing. And I'm good. If I had to stop today, I did way more than I would have ever imagined. I'm happy to be able to do stuff with these guys. That kind of keeps me going, keeps me motivated. I'm still out doing graff, doing pieces, and just really thrilled that I haven't had too many bad experiences. I've run into some characters that were disappointing for sure, but the actual culture itself, I've always been in some pretty fantastic places. So I'm just happy to be able to take part of it and put my little piece in there. And I gave up on the legacy stuff. That doesn't mean anything. I mean, whatever. When I'm dead, I'm dead. Just having fun, putting out there what I can get out creatively, and having fun.
As long as it's Nixon 5, right?
Nixon 5, that's it. I'm alive.
Listen, man. I to go off for that is I don't know. I mean, Sadat and I don't have the history that JS has, but luckily we've been there for each other in the sense of like 15 years ago, so I was like, I'm quitting this shit. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And then we looked at each other, like, nah, we should just be friends and keep doing it ourselves. Right? So, you can definitely get disappointed, but when you have someone who's like, yo, man, like, we're good. Like, we are, like, we're not enamored by fame. Like, we're not looking for fame. We're happy where we stand. We are proud of where we stand. We love the music that we fucking make. So it's not like we're seeking anything from anybody. And I guess we're lucky to be doing it on our own. But it's ever since I was a kid, I just always wanted to be on stage. And I've never been a sexy child. If I was, a lot of butt fuckers. A lot of grown men would have came at me. Nah, I'm only kidding. But listen, it's I've always been on stage as a kid. Loved grabbing microphones and just saying what I felt. So I've never been afraid to be on stage. Never been afraid of what I wanted to say. I back up what I say. I research what I say, and being able to live in our own little spotlight, I think it's a real fucking a great place to be.
It's a beautiful fucking thing. Yes. Continue.
Silent's like, I'm silent.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, Silent.
my start was like, I remember hearing, I didn't know what it was at the time. I was young. I was probably like 8, 9. And like, I was like fiddling with the radio, and I don't even, the station was staticky or whatever, but this is what I heard. I taped it actually, and then like, I started just liking it. But it was a De La Soul record, but I didn't know, like that it was De La Soul. It was like the Pass the Peas joint. You know what I'm saying? That joint?
Great.
And so like that was the start of it, and then I'd say around like 12, 13, yeah, like something like that. My childhood best friend came over to my house. He brought over Low End Theory, and once I heard that, I was like, man, I want to make this music. You know what I'm saying? So then I started doing like Rhino did, like pause, like beat tapes. They weren't nothing, they were garbage. But from there, yeah, I started rapping first. I was like rapping, and I wanted to get into DJing. And I used to make little demos. I even sent some out to like Profile Records. I was so happy, dude. I got a letter back. Like, they didn't want to mess with me, but I was so happy that they even wrote me back. I was the greatest thing in the world, And then I got my turntables. Like, my mother bought me a pair of belt drive turntables in like the 6th grade. And from that, like, I'm spinning records. And like, I'm like, I want my record to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to spin my record. So from like DJing, led to, I was still rhyming, and then I made a demo. I went to a studio in Harlem, like a professional studio and everything, and the engineer there taught me how to work the MPC and was help like teaching me the track board, and like, after that I fell in love with like beat making, and then I just quit rapping, and now here I am.
I love to hear the stories, man.
For those kiddies out there, belt drives, horrible. Horrible. And I don't even
like BB10s, Gemini.
What?
Was it like BB10?
Belt drive?
Yeah. Like a realistic mixer, talking about Jay, right? The realistic.
Yep.
Y'all should see what I'm working with. Y'all should see my little Crosley from Target, or I don't even know where the hell I'm
Oh man, as long as it works.
Exactly.
We tried everything. We had. I remember using paper towels for slip mats.
Yeah.
Like whatever. If it works, it works.
For a microphone.
Right. It don't matter. If it works, it works. But that's the hip hop part of it.
Yes.
It's just taking something and making something out of it. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Silent Funk +1 is playing big record collection versus little record collection. Who wins?
Out of us?
Yes.
I don't know what Jay's sitting on,
Well, I definitely downsized. Over the years, I had a lot. Then I did get to a point where, you can't just have records everywhere in your house if you're trying to have any semblance of normalcy at all, or like a wife, or and then also, like, I wish if I was downstairs, I would show you the place where the floorboards separated from the wall, and I had to have like reinforcements put underneath in the basement. So when stuff like that happens, it's like, all right, you need to downsize a little bit. But when I cared about doing like DJing at like say parties or clubs more, this is like way back, I would tend to collect more records because I would need a variety of different things that I would play at a party. But at a certain point, when I started honing down of what I loved and what I do, it's more of a performance DJ, touring and doing shows, not trying to just do parties and clubs. And so I narrowed down my records to what I actually use, So I know people that they have like, 50 pop records of some artist that they got for free from the label, and they still have them, but they never touched them, never looked at them. Don't use them. I got like all of that stuff has been gone for years. I narrowed down. If I'm not doing a full reggae set for 4 hours, then I don't need all of those records anymore because that's not what I'm doing anymore. So I did narrow down my collection a lot. Now it's like manageable and reasonable, and I collect like specific things that I really want.
My record collection just keeps growing.
He's just going for it.
Yeah, I just came back from digging. I went out of state. I was digging. I don't know.
My joint is like I stopped. I mean, I stopped buying, but my shit is extensive, like underground hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm still like a little over 2,000, but I got rid of a lot of like JS said, like a lot of the pop joints, because I'm not out there DJing for money. I'm here DJing for myself.
Right.
That has been my shit always. Like I don't need. I mean, I remember DJing at bars and people coming up to me like, "Yo, play this," and I'm like, "I'm never doing this shit again. Fuck you. I'm going home." So I just, I buy what I want to buy, and
that's the way to do
it. Being that Sal does the production, I'm not out there buying to make beats. I let him worry about that. But then Sal's like, "Yo, man, you got this record from like '97?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm going in there. A quick story. I was DJing in my room. I was sharing an apartment with two other guys, and it was like for New Year's, and I'm DJing all vinyl in my room. And this dude walks in. I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" He's like, "Oh, nah, I came in with some shorty." I'm like, He's like, "Yo, you got mad records." And the guy's like, "Yo, man, I dropped a record back in like '97." And I was like, "What's your name?" I forgot the guy's name, but it started with a D. And I just looked into I was like, "Yo, this is you?" And I pulled it out. He was like, "Oh shit! Oh my!" And he like, I blew his mind. I played it. He's like, "Yo, I don't even got that shit." I'm like, "Well, you're not gonna have it today, bro. Keep on walking." Like, welcome to my crib. But I got a lot of shit like a lot of shit, man. That like JS says, like, "Yo, man, like, I don't need this right now."
Right.
Man. Like I can sit back, clean the crib, be like, "Yo," tell my wife, "Yo, pull out that Camilo Sesto record, man, and light it up and fucking clean the house and mop the crib to some old Spanish ballads or some shit."
Right. Yeah, you could end up with a warehouse full of records. I mean, there's people that have hundreds of thousands of records. So you either have to police yourself at some point, or just go for it. And like I said, I have a little bit of an addictive personality on certain things, so I have to police myself because I wouldn't stop, So I've managed to narrow everything down to what I need and what I like. Right now, I'm definitely in the zone. Anybody sees this, any records that have graffiti on the cover, that's what I'm collecting right now. I'm trying to collect all the ones that I love. I found tons of rare and weird ones that I never even knew existed. So that's kind of dope, following hip hop and being into graff and records and DJing for so long. Just that little thing, trying to find the graff covers. I've discovered records that I never knew existed, which is fantastic. Mm-hmm. So, yep, having fun doing that.
I could actually show you a few,
Oh, please. Yeah, I'm definitely into it.
But yeah, my brother, he was a big writer back in the day. He started a pretty influential crew, right? In LA when we were youngins. Yeah, I probably could. I'm interested in looking at the grading market and how people are sending in these records and CDs now, to get graded. To me,
because I see they have this app and shit. I mean, you see that shit when you scroll. These apps will be like, "Oh man, just take a picture of your record and number sign pops up." Right. And it's like, what? Do real dudes who collect do that? Are you constantly, just taking pictures of your records and seeing how much they cost? Are you doing that?
Okay. Yo, it's crazy.
Are you really doing that?
I've had arguments. I actually had somebody get mad at me recently. That's pretty, like, somebody I actually love, but I won't say their name. But somebody I really look up to because, they were DJing, and I was commenting about how pristine their record collection is, and so for me, they were saying I mistreat my records, and I'm trying to explain like I use my records the same way. So it's the same. It's it's cool, like, because there's a lot of people that collect that play records. I know they get mad because I'm not calling them DJs, but they play records. It's cool. It's just like if you're a baseball card collector, like you collect baseball cards, but you don't play shortstop for the Yankees. I mean, that's we same thing. Like I love basketball cards, but I can't get on the court with LeBron. So, I was just commenting about like, yeah, my records are beat up the way they are, not because I don't love the records, it's because I love the records. I cut all these records up. If you own 2 copies of a Run DMC record, it should look destroyed. If not, something's wrong. And it's the same thing with the graff guys. So I have all these dudes that are like, oh, I have more paint than you. Look at all my paint. And they show me the picture in the house and the whole room is full of paint. And I'm like, dude, I use that in a month.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I don't have paint, because I actually do the graff. You know, it's so you, yeah, if you have to love your records, you use them, man. You beat them up, you sample them, you cut them up. That's what they're for. That's what they're for.
It's funny you say that shit, man. 'Cause I still got vinyl that has these I wouldn't even say like the grooves. They're like stab big because my needle game wasn't up to par yet. I was still rocking all these old ass needles, and I'm like, and it looks like a murder scene. It looks like
you break your stuff. If you love it, that's because you use it.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, look, check this out. So it's right next to my head. So speaking of, a little name drop. So when we did a tour one time with when Mixmaster Mike dropped his Anti-Theft Device album, like when right around the Hello Nasty Beastie Boy album came out, he did a solo album, and so we did a tour with him. And every night when we first got on the tour, the roadie that he had with him, the guy had a huge bag full of Vestex crossfaders, and I was like, oh, this tour is gonna get crazy. Mike's gonna be breaking faders, like this is crazy. And sure enough, like boom, like I think it was like the first night he did, like when he goes on the fader, he does it with his like that, and bam, the thing just first one snapped, then the next one came, and so I was keeping his faders and having him sign them on the road.
Oh shit!
Keeping like the Mike broke faders, but that's the love of it. Like that's what you're supposed to do to it. You know, like if you go out in the game and you don't come back with sweat on your jersey and your uniform have mud and dirt on it, then did you play? Did you even play in the game?
Uniform, B, right?
Right.
And that's the second, dogs.
Yeah. So that's how we do it. Like records, I like records. I want my records to have scratches and you look crazy and all messed up. That means we love them.
So Jay, let me ask you. 'Cause I saw this shit with Muggs, and Muggs was talking about how they first went out when Cypress Hill first went out. That he was breaking turntables every single show. He's like, I want to be like a rock star. I'm like, damn, man, but you breaking 12s every show, bro? Like to the point that they were running out of 12s.
Yeah, Muggs is a beast.
The favorite part, but breaking 12s, bro.
Yeah. That's rock star.
Insane.
Shout out to Muggs, man. Muggs is a beast. That's another thing too that a lot of people obviously we know what he's done beats and production wise, but man, Muggs on the turntables he's no joke. If that would be my only complaint to Muggs. I've said it to him before. Like I'm like, do that more. Like do it on the record. Cut more on the records. Like put that detail. Like Muggs is sick, man. I think when Muggs moved out to Cali, I think he was roommates with Aladdin for a while. When Muggs did the DMC, I think Muggs and Aladdin were roommates.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said that him and Aladdin might have been roommates. I think when he first went out there, something like that. But yeah, Muggs is nasty on the turntables. Love it.
We just talked about radio. I do listen to, Be Real has a new show on Sirius on Shade 45. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen Muggs show up for a mix yet. Yeah, I'd like to see that a whole lot more,
That would be dope. Listen, Muggs is, to me, Muggs is one of the people that all the independent artists out there should strive to be. He's got he has his hands in so many different things, so smart business wise, like from all the different businesses that they had set up and in control of all of them, getting money off shows and stuff that he's on the other side of the world doing some other business and getting money from something else that he still has his name or the rights to. Plus, like they had like a dog training facility when I was out there. Like they just like he's got his hands in so much stuff. Like when he was trying to buy the record pressing machine just to press his own stuff. Everything that Muggs does is well thought out and truly independent. Like Muggs is the guy for that. Like definitely, if I tried to follow somebody, it would definitely try to be Muggs, man.
I mean, and still putting music out with MCs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In a wide variety of them as well.
Yep, 100%.
We gotta love this type of stuff. Thank him.
I mean,
shout out.
it is all inspirational. It is all inspirational, and that's where we come from. I mean, this heads that I've spoken to, like, yo, man, I don't listen to nobody else's shit. And I'm like, you don't listen to anybody else's shit, then how the hell you know what's good or what can make you even better? To me, and to all of us, I feel I can speak for all three of us when I say, yo, man, like, we listen to those that inspire us. We listen to those that can be inspiring. In order for us to say, you know what, we can take it to this level, or this can add on to this, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't. Please, y'all keep jumping the gun everywhere on me. I got all kind of stuff to run through, and we've been on for about 45 minutes now.
Do a quick session, run through. Go ahead, hit some questions, and we'll do 1-sentence answers. Go ahead, run through.
Well, I don't want to. We can't start that right now because I got to talk to y'all about You Ain't Special. Yeah. You want to do 1-word answers about You Ain't? Come on.
Yeah,
my favorite
run through.
track might be Test. I like It's Real Out Here. Through the Smart Way. I love the beat switch on Eureka.
Yes, that's one of my favorites too.
There are a few beat switches there. I love the shit out of Greed. The whole album is dope.
Thank you.
We shooting the shit. Fuck, let's talk about the goddamn project.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned Test. That's one I like. I like Test a lot too.
So I mean, so let me explain what happens, man. So Silent, I don't know what he does. He plays with his toes. I don't know what the fuck he does. But he'll come up with a beat, and then he'll send it to me, and I'm like, all right, I'm not changing a goddamn thing. I'm gonna try to work around what he sent me, and luckily, we watch the same movies. We watch the same comedy. We laugh at the same shit. Yeah. So I'll take bites and bits from shit that I know he's watched and that I've watched, and we'll work around that shit. And then I record here at the crib, and we're like, yo, man, we're gonna let JS work around here. He comes in with the sprinkles. He backslaps that ass and he puts the sprinkles on it, and really that's what it is, man. But when it came to You Ain't Special, the title track, You Ain't Special, that it wasn't even the name of that, but I just kept saying, You Ain't Special, because shit, if I ain't special, you ain't fucking special.
You ain't special.
So we were like, yo, you know what? There's a lot of motherfuckers out here who think they special, but they not. So we went with that. But it's something that it's not well thought out prior to. It happens, and we work around it. And I think it's a great baseline, right? It's a great baseline to say, all right, this is what he sent me. I'm gonna work around this. We are of that era. You mentioned De La. I mean, we're of that era of putting these samples together, and when you're dealing with Silent, it's something that he's mastered. He's mastered this, and there is no, I'm like, oh, you should do it this way. Like, nah, man, what he did was phenomenal. Let's work around it. I worked the rhymes around it. We worked the scratches around it, and that's what happened.
Love it. Come on, okay, rapid fire. Let's go. Come on.
Well, I got you, Silent. Check this out. So this is just from a DJ, right? So when I'm trying to go through the 4 million songs to see what's new, what I like. So over the years as a DJ, I always liked stuff that had changes in it, that was a little busy. So breakdowns, some movie samples, some scratches, a bridge, something changes in the beat. And Silent is fantastic at that. And then Rhino, his mind and always coming with different movie samples and different funny things that we could add in that click. So to me, that's partially what really drew me to this, is that's something that I feel is missing, not in everybody's stuff. There's some people that do it, but for the most part, hip hop in general has become very cookie cutter and easy to do. You could buy some drums. You put it in the thing, it chops the thing for you. You could buy a sample pack, You put it in, chop the sample that somebody already got made for you. You just stretch it out, whatever, 16 bars, 8 bars, 16 bars, you rap, you're done. And so I really appreciate coming from that Bomb Squad style where it's busy and there's stuff going on and you could tell that they care. Like, oh, wow, this isn't just somebody, just a quick, simple thing and they rap and just to be cool. And so that's what I really, really appreciate and enjoy about the Silent Funk albums is that there's a lot going on. It keeps you entertained. It's busy. And that from a DJ standpoint, that's what I really love and appreciate. And that's why I really, really, really appreciate Silent because it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Those beat switches are dope, man.
I try to keep the listener, I want to entertain the listener and not, make it boring. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, those beat switches are fantastic. Eureka, like you mentioned, right? You said Eureka, like really dope stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
those beat switches are fantastic.
It's just the beat, you know what I mean? Like when I make it, it's just the beat, right? And then I send it to Rhino, he lays, and then Jay does his thing. Now it's the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then like I'll hear it now, I'm like, man, this ain't even what I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean?
And we don't have to outsource it.
Also, the good thing is that, like let's go back to Eureka. I was watching Dumb and Dumber, and that's when like these guys are good, right? And I'm like, oh shit. I'm always have shit in the background, and then obviously one of my favorite flicks is Half Baked. Threw that shit in there, and then I think I had thrown something else. But I when I sent it to Sal, I'm like, yo, listen, man. And then it ends with the Half Baked, fuck you, and then I'm always like, yo, Sal, man, is at your discretion. You can take little things out if it's getting too busy, right? Because it can be too busy, right? And my thing is that when he sends it back, I have 100% confidence to say, you know what, I got to step out of what I thought was maybe at the time to say, nah, man, he has the ear outside of my own attachment to it to say, nah, this is what's going to be phonetically sound. And for me to say, yo, all right, cool, I agree with that. Bam, let's move along, right? And then when JS came along, it was more like yo, Jay, what do you think about this? And I'll shoot him a text and shoot like what I've done, the draft version. And he's like, yo, man, I'll look at something and try to figure it out. So it's this constant connection to say now with this album with You Ain't Special with You Ain't Special, it's more of this community, right? Where previously it was like, yo, Jay, this is what we got. How could you add on? Now it's more like, where does Jay fit into? And what are his particular points of input? And that to us is much more important, right? That he now steps into a realm where he's like, yo, this sounds better there. And we're like, yes, this is what you're here for. And the sprinkles.
Right. I gotta say, this is like the 6th or 7th time that y'all have jumped the gun on something that I actually want to ask. I fucking love it. You guys build, you have fun, you talk a lot of shit, you make points.
Well, Jay and I do. Sal don't say shit. He ain't said shit yet.
Play with my hands.
They're not lying, Silent. They're not lying. But I mean, you guys, it feels like you have a real. That kind of speaks to that. It feels like you have a checks and balances between you guys as a group. Like, and it's a beautiful fucking thing, to see a trio or a group in this day and age. Not just a group. Like, we could talk about the fucking Migos or I don't know, but you guys are a group in what I'm thinking about when I think of hip hop groups, especially when you drop what you drop it. So again, thank you for that. Is that by design or is that just the years of chemistry and evolution? And I hold on, no, just drop that, because Rhino, you recommended a prerequisite for listeners to prior to ingesting You Ain't Special.
Yeah.
What do you think they would be missing if they just jumped into You Ain't Special and didn't take that prerequisite? What is missing?
I mean, and to be honest, because there was this element that we had already, in a sense, when it was just me and Sal, there was this element where we had scratches, but what Jay brought on is the artistry of those scratches, right? I mean, me and Sal were doing it on beat, but what JS did was bring on the particular masterful artistry of those scratches. And I think also an element of progression. I mean, and that still was beautiful. Is an element of progression with our sound, right? And I think even the fun that we're having, even in the tone of the songs, the fun we're having, I think is evident.
I think this is a good time for my quick outsource speech that I like to give. So when you look at, well, at least for myself, when I have to really enjoy a hip hop artist's music, all right, I have to feel that it's genuine, and I have to feel that it's coming from that artist. And so a lot of my favorite groups, they made their albums. They made their own albums. Now because everybody does something and everybody's involved, and because of technology, and it's so easy to do stuff, what I feel is that there's tons of people out there that outsource all of the hip hop part of the music. So we have everything in house because we actually do this. So he actually digs for records and has been doing it for a long time, knows what to pick, digs for drum breaks, knows how to chop them. Rhino actually rhymes, writes his own stuff. He reads books to get the information that he wants to convey. I've been scratching for a long time. I've done a lot of work on records on stage. This comes from us. So, like I was saying, it's so easy now where somebody's like, oh, I want to rap. And then they'll write online, like, send me beats. And then some dude that they never met on the other side of the world sends them 20 beats. And they're like, oh, yeah, I got the hard one. This is going to be my hard song. Oh, yeah, this is the up-tempo one. And like, you didn't do anything. And then that guy probably bought drum packs from, like, I got the Marco Polo drum pack, shout out to Marco. And I'm like, but you didn't do it. It's Marco's work. And then like, oh, I bought the sample pack from this and the drums from the drum broker guy. And I'm like, well, where's the hip hop part that you put in the thing? Why do I want to enjoy just, what did you do? You did a verse? That's the hip hop part? Like, what did you have to be able to live in this, to do it? And that's why the best groups of all time, they made the music, and there's even some people that are famous and great that made great music, but I don't particularly always love their stuff because it didn't come from them. It's like a project where, if I wanted to, if my grandmother decided that she wanted to take 25 grand and pay people that are really good at doing stuff, she could put together a project too. It doesn't, but where's the hip hop? So I just love that it is all from us, all of it. Every part of this is there was nothing that existed, and then he found a sample, he found a drum break, he put it together, he wrote lyrics, we found scratches, we added the cuts. It's only us. We're not emailing a dude on the other side of the planet for him to send us the party song. We need a party vibe song, or send us a Jay Dilla type beat. Like it's insane how crazy the culture has gotten with that kind of stuff. It's so fake to me. I'm like, if you don't do this, then why are you doing it?
That's actually a very good point, because it's like people see it as this particular formula that they have to follow in the industry, like you're saying, right? Like, I need this kind, like you're following a formula that the industry has already laid out for you. Hence, like the cookie cutter style you mentioned before. That, I need this kind of, and like, nah, man. We're doing it from the soul.
Yeah, you make your own.
We don't need the party beat. We don't need this kind of no, man. It's what we feel and what we're doing.
All right.
Absolutely, very well said by both of you. Silent, speak up. The project is very well arranged. I assume that you are mostly responsible for that.
Yes, I am the arranger, for sure.
Come on.
I arrange the music. Done. Answered. Question answered.
Yes. Next question.
I'm the arranger.
I guess.
And here's the thing for people to understand. We did not turn down one song. We went 16 for 16 on this.
Yeah.
There wasn't one song that we said, oh, well, nah, that wouldn't work. It was 16 for 16.
That's
and even like the last one, I was like, is it too much? And I was like, Sal, what do you think it's too much? And we thought about it. We're like, no, fuck that. It's on there.
I don't care. It's us.
Yeah.
So it don't matter. You're getting us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
There isn't anybody saying, no, this is not a good album cut. I mean, man, fuck yourself. This is a great album.
Hey, like if we would have took one off, it would have felt like not complete, like the story, right? Like the story wouldn't been complete. You know. Yeah.
You know, I'd like to ask about, you know, where it may be in the importance of you guys' individual catalogs or the group without this stowaway germs. I don't, you know, where that's come from, but let me just move on because we might be running out of time. I don't know. I might be a pimple on the ass of hip hop, you know, or just some random dude. But I do my thing. And I do know what I'm talking about, and I love when I'm introduced to people like y'all. And shout out to Jerry because he only sends me things that knows that I will be into. And shout out to y'all for You Ain't Special. It's dope. I love it. It's a brave fucking album, in my opinion, and I'm glad it took the length that it did, for sure. It's a statement in my eyes, so to say, and it's also a contrast to, you know, the past two projects, one which our Stowaway Germs wasn't a part of. Right. But how do y'all feel? I'm trying to ask, how do all three of you feel about the state of hip hop in this year of our Lord 2016?
For me, I still love. There's pockets where I can go, and I still love it. But for me, the thing that I grew up where hip hop was multiple things. So for me to always have the real feeling, I need to have everything around me. So like I still love the beatbox. Like I still, I want to hear somebody beatbox still. I want to see the B-boys. I want graff included. So it's broken off into like subcultures, which is a little odd for me. Like it's just dudes that want to scratch and they don't want to like play nothing for the B-boys or care about graff. And then there's a graff event, but maybe they don't really care if anybody's there DJing or not. They just want to do graff. And then, like the people rhyming, they don't give a shit about anything else going on. They rhyme. And so for me, that's the one thing that I just try to hold on to. I try to find that's my safe space when I can find a community where they still include that. I know they look at me old head, oh, that's 80s, Jay-Z saying graffiti's not part of hip hop, but he raps about Basquiat all the time and buying Basquiats, and so I don't like that where it's separated. I still try to find my safe space where it's together. So the state it's cool. Those things exist, but I need it together for me to be happy. That's all.
Let me, because two things. Well, three things. One, I ain't got no God. So to me, it's the year 3 million. Now fuck with y'all. But listen, the beatboxing thing on You Ain't Special, we got that covered. We took a sample from Trading Place, from Coming to America. My name is Peaches, and I'm the best on the DJ. Feel my press. And I flipped that joint, right? I think I did a fantastic job of doing that. One. Two, the state of hip hop today. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, you go and listen to "You Ain't Special," man, on "Still My Dearest," right, which is an homage to Common's "I Used to Love Her." I mean, it's very short, brief, but it's an homage. And I say, her run for money, never cool. Still wish that this bitch just go back to school. And I say a lot with that line because, my man, the ignorance that you see out here is fucking it's mind blowing and it's inspirational. The amount of dummies out there, to me, is what drives me. If I can turn on the TV, I can go on Instagram and see the amount of fucking stupids out there that make me want to continue making hip hop. Thank you, ignorance. Thank you, dummies. Thank you, herpes on the lips of hip hop. Thank you. Fucking shit stains.
Speaking of records, I just got a delivery.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I got the Organized Confusion, the Stress, the Extinction Agenda album, the repress with the instrumentals and a couple of bonus tracks.
Green? The vinyl green?
I'm not sure what color this one is.
Green vinyl?
Come on, man, open it up. Come on, Jay.
Not yet. I got that in the box. I didn't even open. I got the Nas album too with the Graff song on it, where he shouted me out. I didn't open that either.
I want to see the Organized joint.
I didn't open it yet. No. They're staying in the box. It's staying in the box.
Oh, this is guy.
Staying in the box. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of cool stuff here.
All those things. I think all those things. If you sit down, I mean, look at the song like "Greed and Glamour." You know what I mean? "Greed and Glamour." I wrote that shit when Trump took that Qatari airplane. I was like, oh, word? That's what we're doing right now? We're just taking open bribes? I'm like, fuck that. Write a song about it.
I was trying to run through notes, but that was on my list of the favorite of them, as well as "It's Real Out Here" with the Sir Mike Titan. That was also on my list. "Greed and Glamour." Continue. Sorry for cutting you off.
No, I mean there's a lot of socially conscious songs, and I don't beat it in the head when I'm talking in interviews about it. But listen to the album with an educated ear. And you'll see that there's a lot of social commentary, in there that is you probably won't catch it because it's just so hip hop heavy that it'll probably go over your head, and that's another one, man. Above the clouds, man. You know what I'm saying? So, way past the Holy Spirit, dude. Like that's how far we are above your head. And like back to the song, like "Still My Dearest." That second part of it, when the beat changes, it's like, to me, it is audio graff, right? Because the second half of that joint is JS just going bananas on it. So if you close your eyes after I said what I said about hip hop, you close your eyes, and it's JS basically bombing your brain with aerosol cans in a sense of scratching, right?
Yeah.
And that's how this group is so much better than any other group you can find out there. Name them, bring them, we'll challenge them.
Bring them. Don't bring them. Keep them home.
Any trio, we challenge them. And Rhino, Rhino,
challenging the food stamps.
Rhino as an MC, he always is saying something. He doesn't just rhyme like Chuck D said for the sake of riddling, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's what we strive for too in those things. You know what I mean?
And that's a beautiful thing, Rhino. That's one of the major things that is missing right now in this day and age of copycat. We talked about how saturated it is and how everybody can just do anything.
Right.
Thank you for that type of aesthetic, the Rhinoceros Funk. We really do appreciate it. We've been on for over an hour. How long do I got y'all?
I don't know. I'm good.
Let me do an outro, and then let's run. If y'all mind, y'all want to do terrible hip hop trivia?
All right, let's do it.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Take a second to shout out some dope shit.
That's funny.
Love y'all. Rhinoceros Funk +1. That's what I'm talking about. People tap in to, or or your city's sports team is not gonna win a championship ever.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right.
And your hard drive is gonna crash straight up and down.
Your hard drive's done.
Thank you for your time, young gentlemen. This is we're gonna keep this moving on a steady clip. This hip hop thing of ours. I am Frank 5D. Positive energy activates constant elevation. Stick around, guys. Let's do terrible hip hop trivia. We got okay, so I brought up a couple of these. I'll probably share the screen when we editing. We got
that's funny.
gift rapping trivia quiz. The quote is, rap music has many detractors, but mainstream artists recognize the power and the passion of the art. The second is beats from the street. Classic hip hop rap quiz. This quiz is dedicated to all things hip hop or rap if you are old school. I hope you learned something new and relive some good memories. This quiz is not only deals with the music, but also hip hop dance, language, and art. That's number 2. Number 3 is When Ice-T Met Q-Tip. Hip hop trivia quiz. Let's have a little musical home tour. These celebrity rappers. Sorry, this is fucking so awful. Let's have a little musical. This is When Ice-T Met Q-Tip. Let's have a little musical home tour. These celebrity rappers have stage names called after some common items in my house. Can you recognize some clues? And the last one is Rap Albums Trivia Quiz. I'll tell the album's names. You tell the artist or group. Simple. Okay. Do any of those stand out?
I say the last one to me. The last one.
The last one.
Yeah.
Rap Albums Trivia Quiz.
Right.
All right. Let me. We got 4 of us on here, so I'm not gonna share the screen. First question: whose album is Hell on Earth?
Oh, I know that. Well, you know that.
I'm playing it with you.
Yeah, the mob, man. That's the mob.
Yeah.
There we go. My beat. I'm
That's
gonna click that right there, and I'm sure that's correct. We might have to share. Whose album is God's favorite?
Not Scienz, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me get the answers. It's a multiple choice: Ja Rule, Warren G, Nori, or Snoop Dogg.
Nori.
God's favorite is Nori's album.
Yeah. It's not Ja Rule and Snoop. It's not Ja Rule. It's Nori.
Who's the other guy you said? You said
It's Nori.
Ja Rule,
Nah, it's Nori.
Warren G, Nori, and Snoop Dogg.
I'm going with JS.
Yeah, me too. I'll go with Jay.
Nah, that's Nori. That's something Nori. That's definitely Nori. I don't even know for sure, but that's Nori. That's Nori.
Okay, so I haven't given a vote yet. Again, God's favorite is Ja Rule's, Nori's, or
Nori.
Warren G's, or Snoop Dogg's. I kind of vote Ja Rule. I don't know either.
Yeah, I would go with that too, kind of. I would lean Nori or Ja Rule.
You said God's favorite, not God's shortest.
I'm going with Nori.
Nori, we got one Nori. Any other Noris?
I'll go with Nori as well.
I go Ja Rule. Who we
I'll
got?
go Ja Rule with you, dude. I'll go Ja Rule.
You might be right. Because I'm not sure.
Taking
But
the executive decision and voting Ja Rule. Number 3, whose album is Uncontrolled Substance? Inspect Deck, Master Killer, You God, or Jism?
yeah, that's Deck. Deck.
Bro, we all know that.
Yeah.
Whose last album is? These are the exact words. Whose last album was Crown Royal? Chino XL, Run DMC, Fat Joe, or Cool Keith?
Run DMC.
Yeah, right. Run DMC.
Yes.
That's my vote.
Yeah.
I thought it might be Chino, but I'm rolling with Run. That was my choice. Whose album, number 5, whose album is It Ain't Safe No More? Killer Priest, Busta Rhymes, Will Smith, or Naughty by Nature?
Busta.
Wait, what are the choices?
Killer Priest, Busta Rhymes, Will Smith, or Naughty by Nature?
Busta.
I want to say Will Smith just to be comedic. Because he's not slapping motherfuckers.
We're trying to get 100% here.
It ain't safe when he's slapping everybody.
Nah, that's Busta, right? That's Busta.
I would say Busta, yeah.
Yeah, Busta.
I'm going with Busta.
Four busted. That's what we choose.
Four busters.
Yeah, that's busted. Yeah, 4 busters.
We go tweet. That's what it is. Number 6. Whose album is Man vs. Machine? Exhibit.
Exhibit.
They all know that. That's what we choose. Who's number 7? Whose album is Phrenology? The Roots.
The Roots.
We all know that. One of my favorite up theirs.
Yep.
Whose album, number 8, whose album is Malpractice? Redman.
Yes.
Yeah, Redman.
Redman.
We all know this. Y'all chose the easiest one. Number 9.
Yeah, you did this yourself.
Y'all told me the last one.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
we got a group of us and doing hip hop album names. We're gonna get close on a lot of them.
Yeah, we're gonna knock it out the park.
There's a lot of records over
Very good as well. We are doing very good. Whose album, number 9, whose album is Country Grammar? Talib Kweli, Nelly, Ali, or not?
Come on, man.
We actually opened for him at the Missouri State Fair a few years ago, me and Rozelle.
Oh,
And it was crazy because I finally found out why he had the Band-Aid on his face. It was crazy. Anyway, I had to ask.
Was there herpes on his chin?
So so it's crazy. He was saying that his brother was locked up and he was in like a harsh prison. Like it wasn't like, it's like one of them down south, like messed up prisons that you do not want to be in.
Like chain gang prisons?
And he was saying that he wore that while he was locked up. That's what he told us.
That shit is
remember
bad
hearing.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, that the Band-Aid was enough to just maybe cover a pimple.
Yo, let me tell you though, that dude, like, so I'm not obviously a huge Nelly fan. That's not my thing. But man, this guy, we were there. We were lucky to be able to open him. Like I said, Missouri State Fair. Yo, he pulled up. He had just bought a $2 million tour bus. It was like a week old.
Why?
And I was like, oh my Lord, like, what am I doing here? Anyway, okay, good. Continue. Sorry.
I always thought it was a baseball thing. Like
I thought so too because he loved baseball. But now I think he said the dude's name was Chris, and Chris was there, and I think Chris might have even been DJing for him or was like hype man or something, and he was making money. And I was, and then I was like, you know what? I got to give it to this dude. Like, I'm not a fan of the music, but he made a fortune and he made sure he took care of his people. He had all his friends there and family, and they were chilling and making money. And it was the Missouri State Fair, so that's his home state. And so it was like 20, 30,000 people at this thing, whatever it was, packed, going crazy for him.
Wow.
And it was interesting to see. Definitely, yeah. But anyway, but that's the beauty of hip hop because they all cheered for Rozelle beatboxing and me scratching like 20 minutes before Nelly went on. So that's the beauty of hip hop. It's just two totally different things, and it was still all good. All right, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, remember when KRS dropped that album?
Yes.
Over the weekend.
Yep.
He did that over the weekend album and shit on that.
Yep.
Still got that.
That was definitely a weird little space right there. Yeah, I do remember that. And shout out to that. I would love to, get more of these stories, JS. Number 10, whose album is Goodfellas? We got the 504 boys.
Showbiz and AG.
Showbiz and AG.
Sure, one of my favorite.
Listen, you're talking to Bronx Queens got like that's like Showbiz and AG their first album. I mean all of the albums, but Runaway Slave is like the Bible to me. Like yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now this may be a trick question, like because I know that. However, the multiple choice answers are 504 Boys, Outlaws, Snoop Dogg, or King T.
Oh, well, you got us. Okay. Oh, you got us then. Let me think. Say it again. What are the choices?
Whose album is Goodfellas? This is question number 10. Whose album is Goodfellas? 504 Boys.
You're gonna get us with
Outlaws, Snoop Dogg, or King T. I do not know the answer. We are playing this game together.
I think
I go with the Outlaws, but I mean it's definitely Showbiz and AG album. Goodfellas, right? 94.
Definitely got me.
But if there's another Goodfellas out there, then I would say Outlaws because it kind of makes sense.
I say 504 Boys.
Oh, yeah. You got me. Ah.
I just want a disclaimer. I'm not a fan.
All right, yeah, I'll go with 504 Boys. Why not?
We coming to a consensus on this. I know it ain't Snoop Dogg. I'm pretty sure it ain't King T.
It's not King T. It's not King T. It's not King T. So I'm going with 504 Boys because that's the one I would know the least. So I'm just gonna say it's that. That's my logic. Yeah, that's my logic.
I'm gonna click that right now. Number 11 is whose album is The Chronic? Ice Cube, MC Ren, Dr. Dre, or Eazy-E?
I'm not answering that out of respect for myself.
Number 12.
So stupid.
Number 12. Whose album? I told you this was terrible hip hop trivia.
Yeah.
Number 12? Whose album is Devil's Delight? D12. Terror Squad, MOP, or Sons of Man?
D12.
Yeah, I'll go with D12.
Yes.
Damn. Is that
all right? Come on, I'm trying to vote with y'all.
All right. Something just keeps telling me to say Sons of Man, but I'm gonna go with D12.
Yeah,
D12 we got. I've clicked D12. We got 3 more here.
Okay.
Right.
13. Whose album is My Soul? Cypress Hill, Coolio, Busta Rhymes, or Lil Kim?
Coolio.
My Soul? Like My Soul?
Whose album is My Soul? Those 2 words.
My Soul. That's
Cypress Hill, Coolio,
no,
Busta.
it's not Cypress. Not Busta. Coolio. Yeah, it's Coolio because it's not Cypress. It's not Busta. Okay, it's Coolio.
We got a consensus there. 14. Last before least. Whose album is Let's Get Ready? Master P, Public Enemy, Eminem, or Mystical?
It's
Let's Get Ready.
Mystical. Wait, what were the choices? Master P.
Let's Get Ready is the album title. The choices are Master P, Public Enemy, Eminem, or Mystical.
I go Mystical.
Yeah, me too. Mystical.
That's what I vote. We all got a consensus there. Last one. Yes. Whose debut album is Illmatic?
Oh, I respect. I'm not
my answers right now. We got number 1 right. Mobb Deep is yes. Havoc, Hell on Earth. It's Havoc and Prodigy's 3rd album, released 1996, features Nas, Method Man. We got God's Favorite wrong. Number 2 is not Ja Rule. The answer is Nori. Who said that?
Yeah, it's Nori.
Yeah, that's Nori.
That's something Nori would say. That's something that's Nori. Yeah.
It's Nori, aka Noriega's 3rd solo album, released in 2002. Released.
I don't even know the album. I just knew he would say that. That would be his thing.
Albums?
All right.
I have no idea.
Number 3, Uncontrolled Substance, was of course Inspector Deck. Crown Royal's last album by Run DMC was of course Crown Royal. They started getting on God tip at the end of the run. It Ain't Safe No More was Busta Rhymes. Everybody knows that. Man's vs. Machine, Exhibit, of course. We did pretty damn good here. The Roots, Phrenology, one of my favorite albums by them. Malpractice was of course by Redman. Just before he started talking about Muddy Waters 2, right?
Right.
And he took us on a real run for that. Country Grammar was, of course, Nelly. We all knew that. Goodfellas, 504 Boys. We came to a consensus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we just narrowed it down. We picked the one we weren't sure of, and that's why it was that. Yep. Okay, good.
No Limits, 504 Boys. This is their first album released in 2000. Whose album is The Chronic? Slap yourself if you don't know. Whose album is Devil's Night? D12. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Is Eminem, Proof, Bizarre, Con Artist, Swift, and Conniva. The album produced by Eminem sold many copies. It features the hits Purple Pills and Fight Music.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what was on that album. Okay.
13. Whose album is My Soul? Damn, what did I just do? Whose album is My Soul? Coolio. We did the same thing. Process of Elimination. 14. Whose album is Let's Get Ready? Same thing. Process of Elimination. It was Mystical. This is Michael Tyler's 5th solo album, released in 2000. It features the hit Danger.
Oh, what? That's a hit.
I hated it.
I like the beat. It was like, I like the beat.
Danger.
I don't hate on it. I just never liked it. Yes.
A lot of ass cheeks got slapped for that record.
Man.
A lot of ass cheeks.
If you didn't know, Illmatic was Nas's debut album, then
That's
it could
true.
also not be anywhere close to us. We scored 14 out of 15.
Not bad. Nice. Good job, guys. Good. I like that. That was actually fun. I like that.
Thanks, yo. We could have done one of these other dumbass ones, but
Nah, that was fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
is there anything else? I want to thank you guys once again. We've been on for about an hour and a half now. I didn't know this stream went this long. We're going to chop it up very nice and make us all look very good.
Nice.
Good luck.
Yeah, man. Don't forget, man. The album, You Ain't Special, Solid Funk plus one, myself, Rhinoceros Funk, Solid Someone on production, JS1 on the scratches. Comes out on all streaming sites the 24th of July, 2026. There's vinyl available. Just Google us, man. Find out where the vinyl's at, man. Get some of that vinyl if you want vinyl. If not, then go and your cheap ass on YouTube and listen to it there. As long as you listen to it, I don't give a shit.
True story.
I just like to say thank you for entertaining us and giving us a platform, because not everyone does, and we're totally appreciative. If you can't see how much we're into this, we've been on an hour and a half. I could probably go for another 4 hours. So,
Another four, dude? Another four?
but just saying thank you to anybody that hears my voice, sees me, and appreciates any of the type of hip hop that we love. Even if you don't like our actual album, I don't really care. But if you appreciate the culture and everything that goes into it, and all the hard work that all these people have to do, and the shit everybody has to deal with, including people like yourself doing interviews and doing stuff like this, just saying thank you, because it's not easy, and especially as we get older, it's not easy to find time and to put certain things forward. So thank you. That's all.
Yes, thank you.
Salute. Thank you, Frank.
No, Silent. No, come on. We not ending on the thank you both, Rhino and JS. I need some words, Silent. Come on. Thank y'all. Let me continue. Let me say thank you guys. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it weren't for people like y'all doing what y'all doing.
Thank you.
So please come on, Silent. Let's go.
I appreciate you having us. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now, man.
Always.
Whoa! What a surprise!
What a surprise!
You ain't special. You gotta.
You ain't special.
That's the main goal.
Yeah. Cop it on 8-track, cassettes.
Yeah.
Fucking 98 revolutions per minute records.
And look at
with cardboard.
Graffiti. Look at it. He's the star. This guy is the star.
There we go, man. Thank you guys. None of
thank you, man.
what we got going right now is gonna go into it. Thank you guys again. If y'all appreciate what I'm doing, trust me, it's tenfold right back at y'all.
Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it for sure.
What's up, man?
Thank you for having us, brother.
Yup.